Well, hello. Pardon me. I'm going to be adjusting things here for a second. We finally got ourselves stopped and parked. A very long day today. 677.3 miles done today. Oh, lordy, what a day. But definitely it was better than yesterday. We didn't have any computer problems to start out the morning, so we are good to go. So just trying to straighten up here a little bit so I can do my thing. So I hope everybody has had a pretty decent Saturday. Mine, of course, was working, driving. Hey, Wanda White. Hey there, trucker. How you doing? All right, let me get myself set here. I got a few things to do before we actually do start with dinner time. So please excuse me on that. I mean, I got here, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes ago at the most. So we ran in, got me some, a couple of gallons of water because I needed that. Okay. So that's Wanda, this is where we cook at right here. We put these, yeah, it's gonna move some stuff around here a little bit and get myself set up. All right. So we are basically going to be doing what we're doing here, not only from scratch, but partly from frozen. So you're going to take that into account as we do our thing here. All right. Now there are fresh sheets on the bed, which definitely needed. Got the old baby wipe here to take care of the old tootsies, as they like to say. Philly girl. How you doing? All right. You're going to the old Grapevine, right there between Dallas and Fort Worth, right on the old north side. Well, you know and I know there is no really great way to get there, so... Just cleaning off the old tootsies here real quick after a day. We don't want to be putting that on the bed without at least some kind of cleanliness. So, the trucker's friend, baby wipes. Like I said, last night took the sheets off the bed, redoing all that. I'm going to be, since I'm here, I have laundry facilities. I got blankets I want to wash. So that we're going to get that done as well. All right. Let me see. That's clean, so we're going to move that out the way here. There we go. Put that right there. Put the phone on the old charge. Why not? This is my clothes closet here, but I don't need anything out of there, so we're not gonna worry too much about that. We just need to pick that up. All right. Hey, Pete Dog, how you doing, Mr. Warmke? All right. Boy, oh boy. Okay, turn that off. Redirect the AC here a little bit because it is hot, but we're going to do what we can. So let's see what we can cook tonight. All right, like I said, we're going to do a little bit of beef here. I got to defrost the old refrigerator here. Green beans. I want some lima beans Take those out. Here's my piece of beef, solidly frozen, but we got a trick for that. That in there. We got some onion. We got a little bit of bacon. We're going to use that. Anything else we'll figure out as we go. But for the moment, we're going to start with this. So, last minute type of thing going on here because, like I said, I just got in. I go across 30 south of Blue Rock. Are you talking in Hope? I don't know if you're talking about the place in Hope, Arkansas. But my opinion of most restaurants is pretty low, so there you go. Block out the little bit of light coming around the window insulation there. Well, Margaret, yes, thank you, and sorry I haven't talked to you. Been a busy go day, so I've had no time to do anything since 4 a.m. It's basically get up and go. I did a little bit of a live stream this morning on Facebook. They're in South Dakota, but that's all I was able to do. All right, let us see here. Get my drink here. All right, so I'm going to transfer my drink to my clean Yeti cup. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Like I said, I've had enough time to basically do my load check, grab a cup of ice, and roll down the road. That's all I've really done today. I mean, even on my 30-minute break, I was constantly busy, so. But tomorrow plans to be a little bit easier. I'm not going to be doing a full 600 miles tomorrow. So, it's just been one of them deals. Okay, so we had some clean, kitchen towels here. First things first. We're going to get all this frozen stuff moved off to the side here a little bit. So we got to do a little bit of cleaning. Well, actually, I don't. No, these few dirty dishes, they can wait. We can set that up to the side there. We'll do that later tonight after the old live stream. All right. So we can abandon that idea of getting that like that because A, I'm tired. B, I'm hungry. Brownsville store, not Hope. Benton. I think I know the restaurant you're talking about. It's a Chevron station. If I'm thinking about the one you're talking about, I think. I'm not sure. But we can always look it up on the old googly Googles. Let's see here. I need a bowl or two. Oh. We'll use this one here. All right. Just got to take out a few lima beans. And some people don't like lima beans, but I happen to be a big fan. Now, I'm not going to take the time I normally would with lima beans, good half an hour or so, but we're going to try to enjoy ourselves here a little bit. So we're just going to take our frozen lima beans, set them off to the side, right there. The cheese is trying to escape. We're just going to throw that right back up in there. We'll seal it up after dinner. There we go. So our beef here, piece of chuck roast. Okay, so yeah. Hey, nursing our traveling bug. So we got a little bit of onion here. We're gonna cut up. We're kind of gonna just quickly fry the meat here. Is what we're gonna do. So let me get myself situated here. So we're gonna get the camera here on the old computer here a little bit closer. So we're going to set up our little tripod. That way it'll be a little bit closer to what I'm cooking, which gives you a little bit better visual. B, it'll be a lot more stable because it's basically sitting right on the edge there, and half the computer is hanging off. I don't need to be dropping my computer. So I'm just going to set that right there, like that, I think. There we go. And we got a little tray here, which has got the adapter here to fit on the tripod. Unfortunately, it's not perfect. I need to come up with a better way to attach this a little bit more firmly. It's just not the best. I mean, it does the job, but just barely, Not as much to my satisfaction as I would like, but it suffices for the moment. So stick that piece of foam down there. All right. There we go. That's going to look a little bit better. Let's see here. There we go. There we go. That's a little bit better to be looking at the actual cooking, because Lord knows nobody came here for me. All right, so like I said, I have no idea what I'm going to do because I do not have any soy sauce. I have curry paste, which I could go for a beef curry, or I have a Hungarian. See, I have a Hungarian spice mix, which I could use that. All right. Let's see. I don't know what I am doing at the moment. Let's see here. Well, I think I'll just use a bit of a curry paste for what I'm doing here. Now, I do have a head of cauliflower, which I've been wanting to use all week, but just been a tough week for go. I mean, I'm on a 3,000 mile, trip here, so I have certain waypoints I got to get to, and the past couple days have not been exactly conducive to making the waypoints I wanted to make, but I got to this one when I wanted to. But today, like I said, 677 miles today, not exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted today to be a little bit easier of a day. Friday, Thursday, I wanted to do 600 plus each of those 2 days, but was not exactly able to do so. So, now, we can cry and complain, or we can deal with it, which is what we're going to do. Now, normally the chuck roast would, I'd use that for a stew or whatnot, but we're just gonna cut it into strips, I think, and whatnot. All right, so probably the more important thing, tomorrow's dinner. I hope everybody here has already voted. I only saw one new vote today. I only have like 6 votes in. So if you will go to tomorrow's video announcement or on either here on Facebook and go to that video announcement, whatever it is. Excuse me. I don't see any more votes here. So, but I got, like I said, I got about 5 or 6 votes. Hey, Lisa D Vlogs, how you doing, ma'am? Always nice to have you in. Let's see here. So we've still got the votes up for it. Let me pull up let me pull that up and just pull up my notes here. So number 1, remember, vote by the number either on Facebook, the posting for the video for Facebook, or here on YouTube in the comment section. Beef and ricotta cheese ravioli. 2, barbecue chicken. I don't know what I did with my note. I think here it is. Here it is. All right, number 2 is barbecue chicken with coleslaw and baked potato. Number 3, stir fry and rice with or without some type of meat. Chicken, beef, shrimp, or if I find something else, I actually got pork belly up here. I could do it with pork belly. If we have enough suggestions for that, we will do that. Number 4, pineapple chicken with rice and a vegetable. And the vegetable is going to be the cauliflower because the pineapple sauce will go good with this. And number 5, beef and potato soup. A little bit of pasta in there. A good mix of like a frozen vegetable mix. Maybe some rolls on the side, a little bit of toasted bread, whatnot. But those are your 5 selections. So just apply by number, or like there, we have a vote for the pineapple chicken. Find out. I know I got a pin up here somewhere. All right. Well, that's not the pin I want. There we go. So a vote for the pineapple chicken. And I know I had another vote today for the stir fry. So as of now, let's say a barbecue chicken. All right. So 5. As of this moment, we have 9 votes. Number 1 has 2. 2 has 3. 3 has 2. 4 has 2. Number 5 has 0. So at the moment, the barbecue chicken is winning by 1 vote. And beef and potato soup, I guess people don't want beef and potato soup. But, like I said, we still have time up until 6 p.m. or 6:05, whenever I have it set up for. Up until the last minute, you can vote and or change your vote depending upon your whim. So we are going to sorry, just trying to find my my curry paste, because I think that's what I'm going to do tonight. I'm just going to do a curry tonight. I didn't put it in here, did I? Now this is all these are my ramen fixings. I have more ordered through Amazon, and I will be getting that when I stop by near my sister's house Tuesday after I make my delivery in Atlanta. Let's see here. But here we go. So I have my soup base, which you can get this on Amazon, and it's called Umami Dashi Soup Stock. Now, umami is that savory flavor, right? Dashi is the actual soup itself, which is, this has a couple types of seaweed, a couple types of fish, and a couple types of mushroom that's in the soup base mix, which is about the closest I found for an instant, quote unquote, instant type ramen mix that is closest to what I actually used to get in Japan. Right? I was always a big fan of larger noodles, curly noodles. But these noodles here, which you also get on Amazon, right? And I got 2 more packages coming, but here's the bundle of noodles. So here's my hand for comparison size. There we go. Nah, that's never any good. So there's my hand for comparison. From the heel of my hand right up past the tip of my fingers there. So, but this is a good single serving. Hey, Roland Keith and Brad Parks, how you doing, sirs? Always good to have you in the mix. But this is my new favorite, quote unquote, instant ramen, but a dried ramen noodle. And I also have some soba noodles, which are basically the same thing, except these are, instead of being made of wheat, these are made with buckwheat flour, which is always really good. And that's going to be really good cold. And especially as we going into summer, a cold dish during the middle of summer, that always hits the spot. Nothing hot, nothing. Shy Mango, how you doing? Welcome on in. All right, so we got that. I need to find my rice. I think we got the rice under here. Nope, that's my pasta flour for my pasta machine. I think I put the rice up here. Let me put this trash bag on the floor, out the way. There we go. Gonna need that. Like I said, cauliflower for the meals upcoming tomorrow, depending on what we make. So Shy Mango, I know you have not voted for the meals for Sunday, so look at the Facebook post, look at the Sunday night audience choice video for the list of the meals we're going to make, and we will. You guys will vote on it. That's not rice. That's the rice. Here we go. Well, always good to have you in. I appreciate it. But like I said, we got some rice out here. We're going to use our old... let me move that around that way. going to use our 3-quart Instant Pot to make our rice. Now, normally, I would do that in the non-stick insert here, but the non-stick insert is dirty. I don't want to take the time to wash it right this moment, so we are going to kind of deal with this in a little bit different manner. So we're just going to use the regular one here. All right, I need a measuring cup. So, simple measuring cup. Now, most rice cookers that are not pressurized, like the Instant Pot, you do it 1, then you have 1.5 cups of water, and the more rice you add, you know, the ratio changes. But okay, we got our Instant Pot here. Let me grab my thing of water here. Yeah, I had to run in real quick to grab a gallon of water because I had none on the truck anymore. So we're just gonna make 2 quick cups. Now it's a little more rice than I need, but I can use that for my lunch tomorrow. So 2 cups. Well, that's 2.5. So that's perfectly fine. We'll do 2.5. Put that out the way right there. Then of course 2.5 cups of water, because when you do the rice with the Instant Pot, you typically do water. Well, I do water 1-to-1 with the cups of rice. And typically, just a slightly bit more water than rice, because I like it a little bit more moist. So, there we go. Set that there. Put that up there, out the way. And we are also... Let's see here. Do I have any? Yeah, here's our curry paste right here. So we're good. We're not going to add anything else to the rice except a little bit of garlic. I'm going to take a couple little cloves of garlic here. That out the way. All right, let's move things around here a little bit. So put that back there. Move this off to the side so we can see what we're doing at least a little bit. All right. Got our little trash bag. We'll set that right here. Put that in there. So we're just gonna get this skin off the garlic. And you could add some chicken stock, beef stock, red pepper flakes, black pepper, curry powder, turmeric, saffron, whatever you want to your rice while it's cooking. That'll actually help to infuse it with that flavor a little bit. That paper does not want to come off there. There we go, finally. Oop. That put away. Hey, Ross Romes, all the way from the beautiful UK. How you doing, sir? We got a little bit of a bad spot on this piece of garlic, but we're not going to waste whatnot. We'll just cut that bad spot off. We're good to go. And a quick little chop there. Nothing too spectacular, because we're not going to be eating this. We're just going to flavor the rice with that. So we are good to go with that. We take our lid, put that on. Make sure that's all the way to the back for the seal. Then we get to plug this in. We get to get started. There we go. Hopefully, if we can worm our way through here, I think we should be able to. Pardon me. All right, so where's the plug? There's the plug over there. I think. Gotta make sure we got. There we go. Having it the right side up helps. Turn that on. Make sure that's closed. We got the little button right on top for rice. And we just let it do its thing. So we're just going to set that on the floor over here, out the way. No, we're not putting it underneath the computer. All right, that's going to start doing its thing. Now we can do a quick little cleanup here for the from the garlic. There we go. That up. There we go. I think we're okay with that. Like I said, we're going to use a bit of the. We're going to do a quick little curry tonight. Well, putting the little bit of, hey, Nathaniel Lee, putting a little bit of chicken stock or other flavoring in the rice while it's cooking is really good. I mean, especially when I do a chicken curry with this sauce, I'll put, a good amount of chicken bouillon, chicken stock in with the mix. But the golden curry here, S&B, this is the Japanese style curry. It comes in a little tray like that. Looks like a little brick of chocolate almost. We're going to be putting that in. Throw that box away. I don't need that. All right, so the rice is going to get going. We are having lima beans, so the lima beans are going to be in there too. That's not a normal thing for curry. But whatever, we're not hurting anybody with it, so there you go. Whoop, cheese escaped again. Get back up in there. All right, so we got a bit of onion here. I need to pick up another one. I mean, I got 3 potatoes, but I don't want potatoes in my curry. I've never been a big fan of that. Some people like doing that, but I'm not a fan of that. So we're going to take we're just going to chunk these up. We're going to set that off to the side here. We'll just use our measuring cup here that we had the water in. Just throw that right there. Set that out the way. Good to go. Take our sheath and put that out the way. This is an unusual ingredient. We're only going to use 1 strip of bacon. Depending on when I wake up tomorrow, if I wake up early enough, I will be make me a bacon and cheese omelet in the morning, but we will see. All right, I think it's in the cabinet here. Nathaniel Lee. Nathaniel, I'm pretty much in the truck full time. Now, my need to work as much as possible is more important than the comfort that I may have. So I take comfort with having the truck set up the way I want, being able to cook as I want. That's the biggest thing for me. But once I have saved up the money, then I will be buying a piece of land. Then I will be worrying more about having a job where I'm actually in a house. But that will just take time. There's nothing more you can do about that. Right, so well, let me move the, I got to move the computer here a little bit. Pardon me. Gotta find my, here we go. There we go, here we go. Let's move that back there. There we go. All right, so we are going to start once the rice is cooked, because I can only do, I can really only use one appliance at a time with the current setup that's standard with this truck. I'm looking into getting a larger inverter here so I can run two things at once. We'll see how, when and how that happens, or if it happens. So once the rice is done, and that'll keep it in the Instant Pot, we got a little wok here. We got our hot plate. So we got our bacon here. The first thing we're going to do is boil up our lima beans. Need a touch of water for that. There you go. So once the rice is done, we'll start on the lima beans, and then we'll work on everything else. So we're going to take our bacon, stick that right in there, move that out the way. So here is our frozen chuck roast. I don't know why I'm bothering with that. Just cut it open. Get it done. Get it over with. Get that out of the way. Now, because I don't have the ability to wash those, it's just easier just to use them and throw them away as necessary. All right, so frozen piece of chuck roast. Not as much fat as I would like, but you make do with what you can do with. Hey, all right. Cruiser Chris Network, World Network, how you doing, sir? So, like I said, rice is cooking. About 15 minutes for the rice. Lima beans, we're gonna get those relatively tender. But for the moment, we're gonna work on our piece of beef here. Now, if we look here, you see, the type of fat we got in there. This is a pretty decent piece of chuck roast. Not normally used for this in this manner, but it's a matter of compromise. So, we're not going to be pretty about it. We're not going to be snivelly about it. We're not going to be, oh, well, that's just not the right way to do it. Well, there is no real right way to do it, So look, you see that marbling of the meat in there? So that's going to be halfway decent. And because it is frozen, it's going to be a little bit harder to cut. But a good quality knife and watching what you're doing will allow you to safely cut. And a sharp knife is less dangerous than a dull knife. A dull knife will slip. A sharp knife will be a lot more easily controlled. That piece is a little bit thick, so we're going to cut that in half. There we go. Using a microwave electric skillet at the same time. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, it's... I only have 1,500 watts, so I have asked my company if I could put a 4,000 watt inverter in the truck. I mean, I have to buy the inverter. I'll have to pay for the company, my company, to actually install it. So, they're not going to let somebody outside do that if they allow me at all. So, we have, but if I can do so, that'll mean a lot faster cooking with a lot more powerful tools, which is always a nice thing. And I would like to have a double burner for this hot plate. I mean, if I can use 2 burners at the same time, that makes things a lot easier, a lot faster. So whereas it normally takes me over an hour to cook, I could probably do it in, 35 minutes or less. And the quality will also be better. That's a big thing. Well, and that's the thing. It's not so much the tools I have. It's more the knowledge that I've gained over the years that allows me to understand how to do certain things. The number one thing you can do, well, number one and number two, but let's talk about number one. The number one thing you can do to improve the quality of every single meal you make, whenever you are browning something in a pan, make sure it is dry. Don't be afraid to take some towels. I don't use paper. This is a regular cotton, kitchen towel. One, this towel was part of a set of 3. That set of 3 towels cost me, I think it was $8 when I bought this set. So each towel was a little bit under $3 per towel. Now, a roll of paper towels is what? $1? But if you're going to spend $1 every single week, do the same thing this one towel does that I put in with my clothes and wash, you wind up spending more money on paper towels than you do putting this in the laundry. But number one thing you do, like I said, dry your food. When you want to make a fried potato, cut your potato, put it in the towel, get all that water that came out of the potato off of there. A dry potato will cook better than a wet potato. Gives you better results. It won't stick as much. It'll cook more evenly, give you better results, and take less time to cook as well. The same thing with your meat. You have meat, you want to put a nice brown color on the outside, you really brown it really well, dry it off. That's number one. Number two, learn how to make a roux. R-O-U-X. It's basically a thickener. Butter or fat and flour. You mix those together, you cook them so they're nice and thin. You add your water, your wine, whatever kind of thing that's the main part of your gravy or sauce, all your spices. It thickens things up and makes things really, really nice. It improves a meal, bar none. A nice steak without a gravy is good. A nice steak with a gravy is amazing, which is always what we want. We always want to try to make, especially living in the truck, like I do, or even in a small apartment or in an RV, those two things like that will make your meals so much better. Will make your meals so much better. Ayup, I believe that's how you pronounce it, Ayup. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. That's what we're going for. We're gonna do basically a Japanese curry. So, but those are gonna be the ingredients. If I had some soy sauce, because I ran out of soy sauce, but we're gonna use some golden curry. This is the brand S&B. You can get that sometimes at Walmart. You can get it off Amazon. This is a staple in my kitchen. I could eat this every single day. And I don't mean that facetiously. I mean that literally. I have no problem eating this every single day. Just like a ramen. I've had 3 ramens this week. It was easy. It was fast. I was in the mood for it. Bing, bang, boom. There you go. All right, so the rice has 11 minutes left. So, like I said, besides the curry powder here, I had some red pepper flake. I don't know what I did with it. But we're going to add some black pepper. Yeah. Well, let's take a look down here at least. Let's move this stuff out the way temporarily. We'll clean our knife off here since we don't need that anymore. So like I said, baby wipes does a pretty good job of cleaning things off. I'm not one of those paranoid people, oh my God, it's got to be sanitized, because that does absolutely nothing in reality, in my opinion, but there you go. A good Japanese vegetable knife. And yes, I do have real knives, real plates, real forks, spoons, and bowls on the truck. I refuse to eat off of paper plates. You know, I'm not camping for a day or so. I'm living. And I refuse to sacrifice certain things. All right, let's see here. Okay. But down here, I built this little cart that this camp table sits on top of. And I keep a lot of stuff in here. So, like I said, you want to make a good roux for a sauce, you need to have Wondra flour. The best flour to use if you're going to make a roux. Okay, I don't have the red pepper flake in here. Let me see. But if you select the pineapple chicken, real pineapple chunks, that will go into the recipe, so we are good there. All right, I think I have the I don't know what I did with my red pepper flake. I would like this a little bit more spicy, but oh well, you know, if I can't have it, I can't have it. Yeah, I mean, like I said, you know, there are a few things in life for me that, you know, no matter what, always improves the quality of life. You know, a lot of people are worried about the quantity of their life, and that's fine. You can worry about living as long as you want, but I would prefer to live very well for the time that I have. And if I can make that a little bit longer, that's even better, but still. I don't know what I did with my red pepper flake, but oh well. Ain't going to worry about it. It'll be good without it. We have 7 minutes left on the rice. So like I said, we're going to basically put the bacon in, put a little bit of fat in the pan, a little bit of flavor. We got our beef cut up in here. We got our lima beans. That's the first thing we're going to cook up. Throw a little bit of onion in there. And then to finish it all out, we're going to put some curry powder and curry paste in there. A little bit of black pepper. We're going to pick the garlic out of the rice and put that into the curry. So the garlic's going to do kind of double duty. Not exactly the normal way of doing it, but that's the way it's getting done tonight. You know, like I said. Is it with your herbs and spices? Probably, but the problem is I take it out and I leave it out like a moron. And, you know, because being in a truck as I am, you have to take things, move them over here to do this, to do that, to do this. Then you have to move it back, and then you have to do this, you have to do that. You know, and things just get misplaced. So, I mean, like here, you know, part of my manicure set was left out. You're not supposed to do that. Things get lost when you leave stuff out. So we're going to put that back to where it belongs. So when I need it, I can find it. So little $10 manicure set, for off of Amazon. Easy peasy. Now I have this one, which is typically in my shower bag, and I have a newer one, a little bit larger set, that I keep solely, for in my medical health thing right there. So, man, it's finally starting to cool down in here. All right, so for those of you who have joined and not voted on the for the meals for tomorrow, number 1, beef and ricotta ravioli with a tomato sauce, of course. Barbecue chicken, baked potato, and coleslaw. My recipe of coleslaw. Stir fry, with or without meat, depending on what people say. Over top of rice. Pineapple chicken with rice and our vegetable. Our vegetable is going to be cauliflower. We got a nice, pretty dense head there, so that's going to be good. We do have to steam it for a good bit of time because it is a very hard, dense cauliflower, which is a good quality. Number 5, beef and potato soup. So vote by number, whichever you want. It will be on Facebook and on YouTube simultaneously as this one is. Oh, pardon me. All right, so this is one of those items. This is one of those items that I wish I had thought of buying myself, but I was given this one by a friend. This is just a Yeti, vacuum lined stainless steel cup, glass, whatnot. But it works really, really well, and I'm very pleased by that. All right, 3 minutes on the rice. And we will be, let's see. And if you wish to come on and join me for the, chat, a little one-on-one personal type chat, there's the link. Be more than happy to have you on. Rice is 2 minutes away from being done. We're just going to unplug it. We're going to plug in our hot plate, get the lima beans cooked up and fairly soft. And then we'll stir fry the bacon, the beef, get that fairly tender. We'll throw in our onions. We want the onions to be a little bit firm. I like the onions, a little bit of crunch still left in them. I don't like them tender and mushy. I like my vegetables to actually have a semblance of life. Lima beans are one of the only vegetable that especially when I do them as a full side dish, I'll boil the mess out of the lima beans, get them really, really soft, drain the water off, saute them in a ton of black pepper and butter till they just get super sweet with the effect of the black pepper. Good looking honky, how you doing? Linda Barker, how you doing? And you are gone. That was unnecessary, and you're gone. Linda Barker, how you doing? I apologize for that, but you're going to have people jumping on like that, acting the fool. I won't tolerate that. So, if you hear that beeping, the rice is done. All right. Got to unplug that. Plug in our hot plate. So we're going to get that started. Going to get these lima beans boiled up. Let's take this out the way here. Adjust this here a little bit. There we go. Now, all right, so the Instant Pot is a pressure cooker. If you don't know what it is, but it has it's pretty good at doing lots of stuff. So we are going to open up the steam valve here. That's going to release the pressure that's built up in here. So we'll let that get out of there. Like I said, we're going to pluck out the garlic that's in here. We'll pluck out the garlic. We'll put that in with the curry itself, and we will have a good old meal. So, like I said, I do not do paper plates. This is a Japanese, imported from Japan, Japanese ramen bowl. So right there's a cloud. There's a dragon. The same thing on the other side there. Inside, a dragon. This pattern right here is a Chinese design, which was, of course, the Japanese adopted as well, being so influenced by China. This pattern here is designed to confuse and block dragons. The cloud there. And the pattern, they say, blocks dragons because dragons in Chinese culture can only move in straight lines. So they put that curve, that bit line there, so they can keep the dragons away and keep everybody safe. So the pressure is totally released on the rice. So we can open that up now. Oh yeah, look at that steam, baby. That's what I like. Let's put that right there. A little bit of, like I said, we're going to pluck out the garlic. Now the garlic is pretty much turned into a paste almost. So we have to be very careful in pulling it out. Because all that pressure, it just, pushed all that steam and that water into the garlic. So we're just going to pluck that out. There. And I think we are, a tiny bit there. I think we are pretty well done with that. We're just going to taste test the rice here real quick. So it's going to take a little bit. Right there. We're going to set that off to the side here. There we go. Like I said, we're going to boil this up here. And to speed that process up, I'll throw a little bit of salt in there. There is, I had a lid. I don't know what to do with my lid. I have a lid for this. I don't know what I did with it. I think I put it in the cabinet here. Hold on a second. Pardon me. No, I don't see it at the moment. So I think we're out of luck with the lid. That's okay. It'll still happen. Just may not happen as fast. All right, whatever. Okay. We will just deal with it. All right, so it's already starting to boil, so we're good for that. Let me put that down there. So, already starting to boil. So actually, we're going to get those softened up a little bit, cook through. Then, like I said, we're going to drain the water off. We're going to take the beans out, and we're going to set them off to the side. And then we're going to, we're going to just take a quick taste test of the rice. We could probably use more garlic in there. You probably use a little bit more garlic in for the rice, but there we go. All right, so. But today was a long drive day. Like I said, 677.3 miles today. We started off approximately 28 miles to the west of Murdo, South Dakota. I just did not have the time to get there yesterday to the truck stop in Murdo. 600 and, so we started at the rest area. We stayed there last night. I had leftover chili for dinner. Cleaned out the truck a little bit, got the trash thrown away. Got the sheets and bedding changed. Good. And beyond that, I'm just trying to find out where my my thing was. So here we go. I'm gonna get my little strainer spoon here. There we go. Oh, I got a spatula for my rice. There we go. Yeah, I used the correct tool for it. There we go. I'll stick that right there. But, like I said, it just was a, we are at Iowa 80, the world's largest truck stop. So once I do get dinner done, I'm taking some stuff inside to the laundry real quick. And we're going to, we'll get one or two of the blankets done today. We'll get some clothes done today. And we will, while the clothes are washing, we're going to get a shower. Because we need one. Pardon me. All right. So let's take a quick test of the lima bean here. See how tender it is. Needs a little bit more. Lima beans need a little bit more time. I'm just trying to think here, sorry. Clean this up here. But today was, like I said, just a long slog of a day. It wasn't like it was a bad day. Couple of knuckleheads on the road as usual, but there you go. Yeah, that's these politicians and their stupid rules, interfering with life, dealing with a funeral. I don't play I don't play those games with them. There's certain things that I will gladly, quote unquote, risk my life for something like this. I mean, don't get me started on the opinion of this stupid pandemic crap. It's a lie and a half, in my opinion. But like I said, we are. I don't wear a mask anywhere I go. Never see any problems. Never had a single problems. So it's all a bunch of nonsense to me. But that's, like I said, that's my opinion. If you feel the need to wear a mask, wear a mask. Take care of yourself. But don't interrupt everybody else because some politician who won't do what they say to do is trying to, destroying America with that. So, bunch of nonsense. All right. I'm going to take another lima bean out of here. Of course, we're grabbing the largest of the lima beans. Whew. Right, just about right. All right, so, nice little spoon with the slot in it. There we go. So we're just going to take those out. Now, normally this would be, for most people, 2 servings of lima beans. Some people might say 3 servings of lima beans, but for me, it's just right. All right, so we're gonna dump. We got a container up here that we can dump that water into. So we're not just dumping on the floor. We're actually putting it in a container that'll not spill. Then we're gonna take our towel here, dry out our pan. Get our bacon in there, get a little bit of that fat out of there. So that fat off my fingers. All right, let's see here. Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely, the UP is definitely nice. Let's see what we got here. Still no more new votes for Sunday night dinner. If you have not given your vote for Sunday night dinner, please do so. So we're gonna got our bacon in there, get some of that fat rendered out. Not normal ingredient, but I wanted that little bit of smoky flavor in there. All right. So we got a little bit of fat out. So the garlic we pulled out of the rice and our beef. That right there. beef there. Now this is going to be 2 really big servings, which I'm not going to complain, but there you go. Well, I do have my universal lid here, my large universal lid. We'll just use that. Instead of the little 8-inch one, which I don't know where it went to, we'll use that one to get that temperature up in there. And we'll just clean out our bowl here. This is a vacuum, storage container. They'll put a little vacuum pump on there, draw all the air out. Helps with marinating, helps with food storage. Which is always a good thing. No sense in wasting the money if you can do something so simple to stretch that food dollar. I would like to go there to Mackinac Island. I mean, one of my favorite movies took place at the hotel there in Mackinac. One of my favorite movies of all time took place at that hotel. And if I could, I would take a vacation there right now. But nice and quiet, stately. Nothing flashy. I don't need flashy. Gotta clean our other utensils off here. Well, bridges, I've never had that kind of worry about bridges. I was an arborist, landscaper for 30 years. So I was climbing trees and cutting them down, So, that kind of stuff doesn't worry me. All right. There we go. Well, let's take a look at how things are doing. So let's put this right here. Put the onion right here. We'll put our towel right here for our lid because the lid's going to have water on it. There we go. And a little bit of water is going to come out of the beef because we're going from frozen. But we're not interested in getting a good brown color on this, so we're just trying to get it more, cooked through more than anything else. There's enough fat in the meat that's going to keep it tender. We're not going to be, hitting it too hard. So at this point in time, I'm going to take a little bit of the black pepper. Like I said, if I could find my red pepper flake, I'd put that in there right now as well. But, of course, when you need it, it ain't there. But we get a little bit of a tongue tickle on there with the black pepper, at least a little bit. We're going to put our lid back on, get that temperature back up. When the beef is done, we'll throw in our onion. We'll put we'll throw the onion in. We'll put our lima beans in there. We'll put a little bit of water in there to be the basis of the sauce. We'll throw our curry, a couple bricks of that in there. Once that gets all nice and incorporated and bubbly and nice and thick, we'll scoop some rice into the bowl. We'll put the curry on top, and we'll have a good old meal. Well, I don't have onion powder, but I have some garlic powder. That I can find. That's right there on top. Now, there you go. So, like I said, it was a long day. I got started. Now, I got started in Mountain Time this morning. And I started at 4:30 a.m. Mountain Time. I was about 10 miles away from the line where in South Dakota it goes from Mountain to Central Time. There at the border of Jones County on I-90. So 10 miles down the road, I instantaneously lost an hour in the day. Instantaneously. Now, I didn't lose any time on the clocks that affect how much time I can work, just what time I'm going to park. So if it had stayed, the same exact time as when I woke up, I would have gotten here about 3:45. But I got here at 4:45. And I quickly ran in, got me a gallon of water, then got the live stream going. So we are we're just a constant go kind of day today. Tomorrow we're not driving anywhere near as far. We're probably going to do like 450 miles, something like that tomorrow. I will have plenty of time after I stop to get things set up and actually do a little bit of shopping. So it'll be a little bit easier to do. I still have a few ingredients I need to pick up depending upon what you guys select for the meal for tomorrow. So if you have not voted, please vote. Where did I put my book at? There we go. I know what I do with my my thing here. Oh, here it is. So, like I said, number one, beef and ricotta ravioli made in the truck. Fresh ravioli, not store-bought. My pasta maker's right here. I can't turn this around here a little bit. Pasta maker is right down here. Nope. Move that out the way. There's my pasta maker right there. Fresh pasta from scratch, made in the truck. Number two, barbecue chicken with baked potato and a coleslaw, made. So I need the ingredients for the coleslaw. I got potatoes already, got the chicken, I got all that stuff. Stir fry, with or without meat, and it could be pork, chicken, beef, shrimp. We'll see what we do. I need a few ingredients for that. Like mung bean, like bean sprouts. I would like some bok choy. I would like I need some carrots. I need a few things, but I'll have the time tomorrow to stop by a grocery store and do that shopping. Pineapple chicken. I think I need to pick up one or two ingredients for that. But I'm using my sister's recipe on that, so we're good. Rice and vegetable. And like I said before, our vegetable of choice is going to be a nice cauliflower. That's going to soak up that sauce from the pineapple chicken really, really well. It would go good with this one, with the curry we're doing tonight as well. But I wanted lima beans, so there we go. And number 5, beef and potato soup. Make your vote, and you can change your vote at the last minute tomorrow for tomorrow's night audience choice dinner. Sugar. I have never heard of that, Mr. Unger. I have never heard anybody putting sugar on lima beans. If it works, it works, I'm not about to downplay anybody doing anything they like, All right, so here we go. We got our beef, a tiny amount of garlic in there that we had in with the rice. So there's our chuck roast in there. pretty much done. There's a few pieces that need a little bit more TLC, a little bit more cooking. So we're going to put another moment on that. Then we're going to add our lima beans and our onion. We'll put a little bit of water in there. Then we're going to take at least two of these bricks. I might actually use all three here. Yeah, I'll use all three of these bricks here. Like I said, this is, you can see that on there, S&B Golden Curry. This is the mild variety. You know, but like I said, it looks, comes in a little tray like that. It looks like a little bit of Hershey chocolate. So we're going to throw all three of these little pieces in there. And then, like I said, it'll thicken up the sauce. That paste is going to melt into and disperse, cover everything all nice and neat. Hey, like I said, however you like them. Most people don't like lima beans. It's not a popular vegetable. But like I said, for me, boil the heck out of them, saute them in butter, and black pepper. That's all you need to do. After a while, that butter and that pepper flavor gets into the bean. I can eat that day and night. So let's put our trash here. And if you've been doing it for 40 years, outstanding. I got 0 problems with that. All right. I think our beef is close enough to done. You get a little bit more cooking in the sauce here, so there we go. So raw onion, just roughly chopped. Our lima beans, been boiled up. I'm gonna throw that in there as well. Gonna give that a quick stir. Not for any other reason than to show you what it looks like, before the sauce goes on. So, before you put the sauce in, that's what we're looking at. Now, I could just throw a soy sauce on that or, whatever. Wanda Wyatt, I'm putting you on report. You say the W word again, I'm banning you. We do not use that kind of profane language in here. The cantaloupe is fine, but the W word is wholly banned from this live stream. That is one of the most disgusting things in the universe as far as I'm concerned. I will never understand that anybody eats that. I'm sorry, that a watermelon is not. Now, a salt on an apple, I'll do a salt on an apple and love it. Watermelon, I don't care what you do to a watermelon except shoot it into the sun. It's not worth anything to me. One of the most vile flavors that God ever created. I don't think God created watermelon. I think Lucifer, when he fell out of heaven and was cast down into hell, I think he invented watermelon to plague mankind. All right, so we got our water in there, and already the water is mixing with the beef parts in there, so it's already got a bit of a brown sauce going there. So we're just going to throw our paste in here. So we're going to put 3 in there. We're going to sauce this up pretty good. And as it melts into the water here, it's going to disperse. It's going to cover everything in there, give everything a nice, good old flavor. So we're going to go ahead and get a bit of rice going here. Set that off the side there. So like I said, we put a little bit of garlic on the rice, but I think it would have done better with a little bit more garlic, because I can't even taste it on the rice, so maybe about 4 or 5 cloves might be a necessary thing the next time I put the garlic in there. All right, so there we go. Set that right there. Put that out the way. So a nice bowl of rice. Now, the thing about the curry or any kind of sauce like this, almost any kind of sauce, especially tomorrow, if we do pineapple chicken tomorrow, if that's what everybody votes on, getting that sauce into the rice, that's like an extra bonus. You know, rice is kind of like a potato. It really doesn't have a lot of its own standout flavor. But when you have something with it, a good gravy or a sauce that goes with it, it lights it up. You know, it's just an extra little bit. All right, so we're going to give this a stir here. Well, there's a difference between being a fan and absolutely hating it. I hate watermelon. You know, ugh. It's vile. I can't stand it. All right, so that paste is starting to melt in. It's really starting to coat everything. It's starting to smell really, really good in here. All right, we're going to need to add a little more water because that's being a little bit too thick. A little too thick, so we're going to add a little bit more water. Because if it's too thick, it ain't going to do no good for me. There we go. That's a working. And on a regular stove top with a bit more power, this will go a little bit quicker, but we will do as we can. So, a nice piece of beef right there. Of course, the beef doesn't look any different because it's already brown, but you can't really eat that with chopsticks, so we're going to get ourselves a nice old quality spoon here. So we can get that a little bit hotter there. Going to get ourselves a ladling spoon. Like I said, we're going to have a nice little dinner. Then once dinner is complete, go start a little bit of laundry. While we're doing laundry, we'll get a shower. We do not have to get up super early tomorrow. We're not crossing a time zone line. We are not crossing, we're not going into a different time zone. Only when you go east is it really a problem. When you go west, it gets earlier and earlier. When you go east, it gets later. So, that makes a little bit different. Wanda, I get a lot of stuff through Amazon. You can buy this S&B curry through Amazon. You can buy the, like I said, the ramen noodles, my soba noodles, my soup powder for my ramen. All that I get that through Amazon. I actually have more of the soup base and the ramen noodles coming, which should be there at my sister's house on Monday, supposedly. Well, actually, just check Amazon here. Let's see. Amazon. Your orders. So, my soup stock is on the way. Let's see where it's at. So, it's got to come to Marietta, Georgia. As of 7:13 Eastern Time. It was in East Point, Georgia, which is a suburb of Atlanta, Georgia. It got to Atlanta at 6:12 tonight. Let's see. My ramen noodles that I ordered. The ramen noodles have already been delivered. My miso soup packet, instant miso soup, has been, that's been delivered. I got a steamer basket for my little wok here. That's coming. I have more soba noodles and soba dipping sauce on the way as well. So when I get near my sister's house Tuesday after I make my delivery, we're gonna do that. Linda Barker says ravioli. We have one more vote for the ravioli. Let me find a pin here. Here we go. So, as of right now, beef ricotta ravioli, 3 votes. Barbecue chicken, baked potato, and coleslaw, 3 votes. Stir fry, 2 votes. Pineapple chicken, 2 votes. Beef and potato soup, 0 votes. All right, so let me put this over here real quick. There we go. All right, that is good and bubbly thick here. We're going to turn that off. We're going to unplug this here. But nice and bubbly, just thick enough. We don't want it. There we go. So like I said, normally you would not have bacon as a starter for this. Normally you would not have lima beans in here, but since I'm the one eating it, I'll do what I want. Take a little bit of extra sauce there, right on top. It'll be okay right there for the moment. Not as colorful, but simple, fairly fast. I mean, hour and a half from start. A little bit of Japanese style curry. And we are, yeah, Linda, Lisa, I got your vote for pineapple chicken. Oh, you want to switch it to the ravioli? Okie doke. Well, we can do that. All right. We'll cross that out. So we have 4 votes for the beef ravioli. All right. Well, Brad, you're voting for the ravioli. All right, that's there. And Carol Spoomer, or Spommer, I'll put you down for the pineapple chicken. So we have 5 for the ravioli. Barbecue chicken has 2. Stir fry 2. Pineapple chicken 3. But like I said, you could still change your mind before the show, before the cooking starts tomorrow. So if you change your mind then, we will adjust accordingly. But I will have all the ingredients necessary for every single one of these menu items. And then, of course, next week, we will do the same thing. But every 4th week, we will start to repeat some of the things that we did previously. So if there was something that you voted on, the month previous, the 4 weeks previous, we are going to recycle some of those meals. So if you did not get your selection before. You can vote on it again, like I said, about 4 weeks later. Christina is selecting ravioli as well. Ross Rome says barbecue chicken. Okie doke. He's just saying I'm number one. He's just telling me I'm number one. So, like I said, a quick little beef lima bean on top of rice. We didn't have any, soy sauce because I ran out of that. But, we substituted the curry paste for that. So tonight's meal, not quite what I wanted, but I'm still going to be happy with this. I have 2 servings of this. I have extra rice for lunch tomorrow, which I can do almost anything with. I got stuff up in here for that. So, but tomorrow I have the time. I can go to a grocery store, pick up a few extra ingredients that I need, and we will have everything ready for dinner, whatever wins, because more votes could come through and then knock out the ravioli, which has the lead now. I mean, barbecue chicken used to have the lead. So, there we go. I mean, and to be perfectly honest with you all, I wanted the pineapple chicken. But that's the point of getting you guys involved so you can see what you guys like and show you how I do it. But, like I said, all these things in here I like. So, there. Yes. Yeah, Lisa D. Live on camera, the pasta will be made fresh. Right here. Just like I do everything. There's very few things that I will do ahead of time. So, my Hamilton Beach pasta maker right there. Now, we're not going to use that dye right there. In order to make the ravioli, we're going to use the lasagna dye right there. So that'll make one nice big, sort of wide sheet, about yay wide. We're just going to go ahead and take that off and put this one on here. And throw that on the floor where it doesn't belong. Of course, you're trying to do this with too many things in your hands. So that sits on the front there. Tighten that down. We just put all of our egg, our water, and our flour in there. And it kneads it. It extrudes it out the front. All we do is we take it, we lay it out. Put that away where it's not going to hurt anybody. Then what we're going to make our filling. Then we're going to get we can either do round pasta with a round ravioli here. Well, we have several dies here. So we have a large round die. We have a small round, cutter. Pizza cut, We also have a large square, which is, again, bigger than the round one. And we also have a, just a regular little, like a pizza cutter wheel. We can make it any shape we want. We can freeform them. But, like I said, that's if it wins. So we will see what the vote tally will be. Somebody may change their mind and go back to the barbecue chicken. We may have a flood of votes that say beef and potato soup. Who knows? Well, like I said, for me, cooking is one of those things that makes being in the truck full time like I am a lot more bearable, a lot more enjoyable. I mean, I enjoy my job, but I don't want to say I'm suffering per se, but I am taking a lot of inconvenience to be in the truck full time like I am. I don't have the space. I don't have the room to do everything. If I buy something, I have to have a place to put it. I have too much crap in here as it is. So this is my living room. This is my kitchen. This is my office. Well, half of my office. I mean, main office, the steering wheel. But it's all for making the money, having as few bills as possible, so I can buy the piece of land I want and build the house I want. And then I really go mad and bonkers building a real kitchen. Grow my own food, raise my own animals, and then cook all that stuff up, and enjoy myself, enjoy the rest of life. So let's take another quick gander at this. Tomorrow, more than likely, it's probably going to be Oak Grove, Kentucky, or maybe Clarksville, Tennessee. Oak Grove, Kentucky, Clarksville, Tennessee. A little bit north and a tiny bit west of Nashville. My first stop Tuesday is in Nashville, and then Tuesday afternoon in Atlanta. So once I make my stop in Nashville, I got about 250 miles to go down to Atlanta, make my delivery there. And from there, I got like 35, 40 miles north to get out of Atlanta to a parking spot so I can meet my sister. She can bring me my stuff. I have not been monetized yet. I'm not really worried about monetization, Ross. If I only ever had 50 people ever watch my videos, I'd be happy, because I do YouTube, my vlog, the numbered episodes. I do that primarily just as a diary of my career. That's the number one reason why I do YouTube. Now, I do the live streams for the interaction with you guys, and people have requested it. I do the high-speed warp videos, the back roads video, the cooking videos. That's all for the audience because of requests, and I enjoy doing them. But like I said, I really don't care about trying to make money with YouTube. Now, some people say, I'm going to get monetized. We're going to make money on this. It's like, very few people make enough money to actually do anything with it, I don't need the money. So, if it happens, yeah, great. I would rather, if somebody was going to give me a super chat or whatnot, I would rather that money go to something a bit more important. Give it to a charity that is worth your money, worth your time and energy and your emotional investment. I would rather that. If you have a good charity that you think does a worthy cause, I would rather you give the money to that. I don't need it. I have 4 savings accounts that I put money in every week. I have my 401k, I have my IRA, I have the money that I earn going into that. But as far as, like I said, YouTube, one would never pay me anything that would be more than, maybe once a month buying a bag of chips. Some tortilla chips, or maybe getting a burger at McDonald's. that's about all I would ever get out of it. So it's not really worth it to, quote unquote, worth it to worry about monetization. Like I said, it's just not something that I worry about. So, I never had that need to, I got to get my hours. I got to get this, got to get that, got to get this. It just doesn't, it's just not something I'm ever thinking about, I mean, I appreciate it, Ross. I do. Well, I'm not even worried about the taxes. It's like, I just don't need it, when my company, what was it, a month ago? No, I think like a month and a half, 2 months ago, announced that they were going to give out a bonus to everybody who was working, all the drivers. And they said, because you worked so hard during the pandemic, which nothing changed for me. I didn't change the way I behaved, but we're going to give everybody a $1,500 bonus. Well, I sent a message to the company owner, says, I don't want it. I don't need it. I didn't earn it. I have this thing that I prefer working for what I get. I like to earn what I get. And yeah, I mean, a bonus is nice if it was something that I did specifically to earn it. I exceeded, revenue, or I made sales, or I did something out of the ordinary. I went and did a particular job that nobody else could do or was unwilling to do. I can see a bonus like that, but that's actually earning that money. Whereas the bonus that he was handing out was just for doing my job, just staying employed. It's like, I didn't do anything different or special. And I sent him a message saying, hey, I don't want this. And he sent back a message basically saying, well, tough, you're getting it anyway. So I took that money and I gave it to charities. I gave it to my church, for the poor, give it to where I think it could actually be of real use. In my pocket, $1,500. Yeah, I mean, when you talk about compound interest and stuff like that, yeah, that'll work out in 20 years to be significant, but it's like not significant enough. It's not going to make a big deal to me. So, I gave it away. The same thing when I am in a restaurant, the rare few times I am in a restaurant, or I'm behind somebody in line at the truck stop or at Walmart or whatnot, I'll pay for their groceries. I'll pay for their food. I'll pay for their meal. I don't get to go to church because I'm on the road constantly. So I do that as kind of a compensation for not putting money in the collection plate or in the poor box, for not tithing. That's the compensation I do. So, like I said, I do appreciate it that you asked about that, but I'm sitting at I look at the number just as, hey, look, this is pretty neat. Look how many hours that people have watched this past year. That's the only reason I look at it. I think I'm like 3,300 hours. And that's exactly right. You do it because it's the right thing to do. I would rather give somebody in need my last dollar when I have a refrigerator full of food, a pantry full of food. I'd rather give them my last dollar so they have a little easier time of it than worrying about my creature comforts. I mean, what do I need? I mean, I have 2 weeks worth of food in the refrigerator just by itself. My canned foods, my spices, my ramen, my ability to make pasta, rice, oatmeal, cream of wheat, my dried pasta that I have in the truck, all that stuff there. I have almost an entire month of food on the truck. Most of it is fresh food, but and if I was sparing in what I did, I have a month worth of food. It's not. I don't have to worry about that. But so when I stop by my sister's house, this Tuesday, I'll have a minimum of 10 bowls of ramen. I'll have I think like 8 servings of soba, which I can do cold or hot as a ramen. So that's 18 meals right there. I have rice. I have cream of wheat. Cream of wheat will give me 10, 12 bowls of cream of wheat. 12 meals right there. My oatmeal, that's another 9, 10 meals right there. Dried pasta is about 5 meals. Rice is another 8 meals. The fact that I could cook at the same time and have things that are hot, outstanding. But the only thing I really need to buy, water. That's the only thing I need to buy. Other than that, like they say, bon appetit. This has been sitting around getting cold and mixing with the rice, so let's have a taste of this. Nice and creamy, mouthfeel. The back of the nose, the back of the throat. You get that little bit of sensation. Not hot, just a little bit of spice. Just enough to taste, not to feel the effects of it. Pardon me. And that's the thing, Lisa. For me, when I go shopping, unless I buy something rare like cauliflower, I buy ingredients. Pardon me. I buy ingredients that I can use, excuse me, in 14 or 15 different ways. Knowing how to mix, your herbs and spices in different combinations to take the same 5 ingredients and do it in 25 different ways. That's what I try to do. That's what I've learned over the years. So, but that's my approach. But whatever. So, I want to say thank you to everybody who came in. We're approaching the 2-hour mark. I like to keep these under 2 hours here. Well, yes, this meal here cost me approximately $3.50 to $4.25, roughly, for each bowl. Now, I have a little bit of rice left over after I have the second bowl. But so, where can you get a bowl this size of anything anywhere at a restaurant that may not be to your taste for less than $10? Less than £5 or whatever the exchange rate is for Ross. You really can't. Plus, it's not going to be the way you want it. It may not be what you want as well. Where can I get this at a restaurant? Nowhere. And I'm not going to go into the buffet here and spend $15, $20 for mediocre. I mean, it's okay. It'll keep you alive, but it's mediocre. It's not what I want. So I'll do this for a fifth of the price and be happy. 2 times. I'll have 2 bowls of this and I'll sleep really well. So, Lisa D Vlogs, Linda Barker, Ross Romes, Wanda Wyatt, Nathaniel Lee, Josh Warmke, Pete Dog, Christina Beard, thank you very much. Always nice to see you. I'll try to talk to you in a little bit, Christina. Brad Parks, Linda Barker, Carol Spomer. Let's see who else came in. Ken Unger, thank you, sir. Always appreciate having somebody new. Like I said, if you have not voted, please go to the announcement video on Facebook and on YouTube. Put in the comments what you would like to vote on for tomorrow night's dinner. Let's see who else may have come in here. Margaret Clark, Cruiser Chris World Network. Always good to have you in, sir. And I apologize if I cannot pronounce your name. Eliop Otaz. I believe that's your name, sir. I'm not up on that particular region for pronunciation. B Blood coming in kind of late. How you doing, sir? Pizza night. I cannot argue with pizza night. You can vote for lobster, but those aren't the choices. So you can just take that vote and catch the next plane ride out. Maybe one day I'll do lobster. I seriously doubt it. I'm not a big lobster fan. Maybe crab cakes. I will do fresh made Maryland, Baltimore, Chesapeake style crab cakes. I can do that, and that is a possibility for being done. So you never know. I will not buy a crab cake from the store. Not from any store that's not in Baltimore or in the Maryland area, the Chesapeake area. There's only one place or 2 places in Maryland, in Baltimore, that I will buy crab cakes from. One, Faders, which are downtown at the at Lexington Market, which unfortunately is not what it should be. More drugs there than anything else. Yes, make my own. Trucking Loan Kiersey, sorry. Where have you been? Make sure you vote for tomorrow night's dinner. There you go. And the other place that I really prefer more than Faders, G&M Lounge, which is at Hammond's Ferry Road on the Beltway on the west side of Baltimore, out in Baltimore County. Now, you can order G&M crab cakes online at gnmcrabcakes.com. They are a little bit pricey. Notice I don't say expensive. They are pricey, but they are worth every single solitary penny and dollar you spend on them. So, thank you everybody for coming in. Please vote for tomorrow night's dinner with the selections that are up there. We will see you later. Tomorrow I might do a live stream on Facebook going down the road. Maybe somewhere in Illinois, Indiana, maybe. Will depend on where we're going. And then, of course, the video is already up, giving you the countdown of when it's going to go live. So, I want to say thank you all. God bless. And hope you all have a good night. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow for the Facebook live stream going down the road, and definitely for dinner. And I will save you a plate. Have a good night, all. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it.